Okay, hey allihopa. Hello everybody. I don't know, Swedish, English? I don't know. Let's go English, why not? So let's check this out. I got some news for you, and we are looking at the launch. Everything is go. We are on time launch with the Axiom 3 mission. Maybe I should talk in Swedish. I have no idea. Anyway, I got a lot of data here I can tell you about if you have any questions. I know Jocke, you're here. I know Johan Budel, you will be here. That's nice. I will pop this out somewhere. Here we go, like that. Cool. And yeah, 30 minutes to launch with Axiom 3. We got all systems go. What I can understand, weather looks a bit shady, however it is good. They have approximately 90% favorable conditions with the weather, and that is good. This is T minus hello BFQ, T minus 13 minutes, and at this time they should have well, they're about to finish the propellant loading of the liquid oxygen and the RP1, the rocket propellant, and so yeah, this is gonna be cool. So you have seen me before. I'm just gonna tell you a few things about who we're setting out. We're setting out this guy. No, this guy. Come on, show it. Show it. This guy. This is Marcus. No, it's not. We are sending out this guy. So he is a Swedish third astronaut. You can see all the things in the news that he's our second astronaut. Boo-hoo, he's not. Because the first one, you might remember, was this dude, Fuglesang. He was actually a Swedish citizen, yes, but also a Norwegian citizen. But that's cool. We call him Swede. All right, good on you. After that, there was another American-Swedish astronaut called Jessica Meir. Her mother is from Västerås, go Västerås, and she also flew to space. I think twice, but no, she's not Swedish, not at all. But she is Swedish, but she doesn't like officially count as Swedish. So anyway, then the second one. It's not the second one, it's the third one. God damn it. It's Marcus Wandt. Welcome to getting launched to space, Marcus. All right, cool. So let's look at the this one. I hope you can hear and do stuff. This is actually, I've stolen some of the stream here from a NASA space flight. Yada yada, whatever. You have no idea, but we're gonna look at this together and see what's happening. Like that. Yeah. Marcus and that chewy beer is really similar. Yeah. Let's see what they're saying about that. They got T minus 11 minutes, 10 minutes and 50 seconds. They will be sort of. They will shooting up towards the International Space Station. They will rendezvous in about 24 hours after launch. And this first stage, the first part of the rocket, will go back to the launch site called RTLS, Return to Launch Site. So this booster has been flown for a couple of missions before. The first Axiom 2 mission, Euclid Space Telescope mission, and a couple of Starlinks. So this is its fifth mission, the booster. So that's kind of new, having an old booster flying. All right, and yeah, the Dragon spaceship itself has been flown before. It's called Freedom, the Crew Dragon.
MLA, I do not mind at all. You've got the floor.
Here we go. See what they're saying.
So first I want to thank our partners who had the vision and the...
Yeah, they were talking about thank you for joining us. The guy talking now is Michael Lopez Allergy, what the fuck. He's been flying on a couple of missions before. This will be his 6th mission. He's been flying on 3 shuttle missions before, and one Axion mission prior, and also one Soyuz. So this is his 6th mission. So he's got a lot of flights. And there's an Italian guy, the pilot, sits to the right here, I guess. And then you can see down to the left, like below me here, is Marcus. He's a mission specialist, first time in space. And on the other side, you can't see his face, is Alper Geservaci or Ginocci, I don't know, from Turkish. All of these guys are previous military pilots, so they sort of get along, and you know, they measure mustaches and all that and see that they're how cool they are.
Managers and executives who, over decades, designed, assembled, and are now operating the most complex vehicle in the world that we have the privilege to go visit.
Yes.
The same is true for
Oh, you want to know what I'm... Oh, this is cheese tools. I've been abroad, so I need some Swedish food.
capable capsule that we're sitting in. And if you're in the restaurant center, you guys are on the team, and of course, so are our friends and families who have given us their love and support from the very first step of this journey.
Yeah, cool. Oh, you might hear what they're saying, but I can...
Team at Axiom Space, the people
Hey, bro.
before the
Nice to join me. My brother asked me in SMS for a few minutes ago, are you going to watch the launch? I said, I'm going to stream the launch. So you're here. Thank you very much. So yeah, after the launch, there will be a couple of things happening, and I'll try to explain what it is happening. What is so special with the SpaceX launches is that they're reusing the booster, the first part of the flaming part, the bottom part of the rocket. They're reusing that, and they're going to fly back. And they're going to stage it after about, what is it, 2 minutes or something like that. They're going to stop it. And that stage is actually flying up to space and turning back and flying back upwards. So it's going, it's like coasting up of its own inertia. And then they're lighting the rocket to go back up and back. And then it sort of drops down, and it's going really fast down.
Of course, another person who's going to be making a
So yeah.
second flight this fall will be Commander Peggy Whitson for the AX-4 mission.
Whatever. So,
T-minus 6
what
minutes,
is going to happen?
46 seconds.
Yeah, they are after the launch. They have
Now
a
just,
couple of
about
other
40
sites that need to be
seconds or 20
okay for them
seconds
to
until
launch.
the engine chill
Besides the
down
range
seconds.
and besides to clear
Process
the
of flowing a small amount of oxygen
airspace
from
around
the
them, and you know,
pumps,
having these kind of
preparing the 9
restricted
Merlin
areas where you
1D
can't
engines for
fly. It's
ignition
kind of fast
coming
above
up in
all the
less than
traffic,
6.5
so
minutes.
that's not a big deal. But further downrange, they have a couple of points where they have, if they have to abort, they have to have favorable weather.
I mean,
So
like
if they do an
one of
abort
those I would
after
hear 'cause the-
a while, they need to have good weather so they can recover it.
Yeah.
So they won't smash down and die in a hurricane or something like that. That would be tragic. So they need to have pretty good weather along their trajectory as well. So that's kind of cool. No. Hello, Nilifix. How you doing?
Yeah.
Hope the mission tonight was good. I guess so. So we got T-minus 5 minutes, 50 seconds here. I got another stream coming up here from another source. So I got multiple sources here. I might even check SpaceX on Twitter and see what the fuck they're saying. Not much. Well,
no, T-minus.
they're looking good. There you go. 80% favorable, it says. All right.
No, T-minus 5 minutes, 20 seconds and counting.
Cool.
SpaceX says the launch weather is now 60% favorable
What?
for a liftoff. So a bit of a downgrade from the 80%, that we heard coming into this mission.
Well, first it was 90%.
Seeing a beautiful sunset shot as the configure for terminal count.
Okay.
So like
Vehicle's now heading into a terminal count.
Terminal count means that they are having the end part of the countdown going down. So they have a a moment of pause there to make a halt.
Now T-minus 4 minutes 30 seconds and counting.
But they didn't
Strong
use it.
back retract sequence is now beginning. You'll see those clamp arms underneath the Dragon's trunk.
What's happening now is the Dragon is standing like upright. This is the Dragon, and they have a arm with a propellant and all things. They are going to just shift it out a little bit. It doesn't go that fast. But anyway, so they have to launch within a few minutes window because they're trying to catch up the ISS going above, so they need to be on time here. So if they find an issue, they can't stop and wait for 15 minutes to fix it. So they have just a few minutes,
just as a
2 minutes maybe window.
For our countdown clock versus the one you see at the bottom of the screen, ours is in real time. The SpaceX is on just a hair of a delay.
Yes.
And of course, we're going to keep 60%. An eye on the weather conditions as is SpaceX. There's now 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Here you can see down in Hawthorne, California, that's engineers and stuff that builds the rockets in California, the other side of US. And this is launched from Florida at 39A, the place where they launched the Apollo missions, specifically Apollo 11, going to the moon. Oh yes, of course it's Trocadero. Of course it is. It's not.
The final 3 minutes.
I'm not getting sponsored at all. I would love to.
We do have a call out that stage 1
because I'm working tomorrow. Okay.
Wrapped up. Coming up on the final fueling milestone, we'll get a call for stage 2 launch load complete. Coming up in just about a minute now.
June 46. I guess there is no regret for the astronauts now sitting there like. I don't want to go. What it's saying. Let's hear what they're saying. No. Countdown is still going. The vapors you see here is because it's freaking cold, and they have.
We're now coming up on the final 2 minutes before the planned liftoff.
Super chilled oxygen and RP1.
See the AX3 crew.
It is on high pressure,
waiting for liftoff.
Even colder. And they will have soon a venting of excess pressure of liquid oxygen. So we'll see a big white cloud and a lot of hiss that will come soon. Oh, this is cool. This is so cool.
We do have a call on stage 2 launch load is complete. The Falcon 9 now fully fueled with 1 million pounds propellant.
Cool. I love that they talk about million pounds and stuff like that, but everything in space is metric. But they're talking about miles per hour and pounds.
Now, a minute 30 before planned liftoff.
But they still talk about tons, and that is, metric tons. That's stupid. Here we go. 134. Go, Marcus. Go, Michael. Go, Walter. Go, Alper. Go, Marcus. Go, Axiom 3. 114. All right. You can see the different colors here on the ship. I guess the oxygen part is the white part, and the black part is.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
Okay. Now they move to internal batteries and everything internally, so they can actually disconnect it and just tell it to go.
Now the final 45 seconds of the count. Should be hearing that final go for launch momentarily.
Yep. If not, they have any problem with range.
And we did get that go for launch call out.
Come on.
Getting ready for liftoff in 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Come on, go! Now this is going to be very interesting.
20 seconds.
You got the call out? Yeah, you should have gotten call out with the call out.
15 seconds.
The only thing that can stop it now, if there will be any technical
here we go.
difficulties
10, 9,
with the engine startup.
8, 7, 6,
never mind that.
5, 4,
next time.
3, 2.
Here we go. The green
1.
Flash there was the starting fire.
And liftoff
start
of
the engines.
the Falcon
Come on,
9
move
rocket
it.
supporting the AX3 mission, Axiom's third private astronaut
Axiom
mission
okay,
to the
now
International
you can be a bit
Space
quiet,
Station.
You commentator. Okay, here we go. Now accelerating the booster and the Falcon. if something would be going wrong now, they're cleared the tower. They can shoot the Dragon with their own thrusters away from the rocket.
Into flight, we're seeing the Falcon 9 careen through the clouds. Let's listen to the roar of the 9 Merlin engines.
That's cool. 9 Merlin engines. Exactly. Now he's got his efterbrännkammare really lit up. And the thing is with the rocket launches is that the G-forces are sort of, you can feel it because you're lying down, you feel it like straight down, and that is sort of cool, but it's continuous all the time. It's like 3 Gs going on and on and on and on and on. And actually in the space shuttle they had to reduce the throttle not to exceed the 3 G limit. I mean, 3 G is not that bad if you're lying down, you can handle that. But they didn't want to stress the vehicle and stuff. So what you see now is that the plume of the booster is growing and getting larger and larger, and that is because the pressure around it is dissipating. So since it's sort of like above 25 kilometers altitude, there's no much air pressure to hold that plume in. Otherwise, the air pressure would hold it in. It just spreads out further out. I know. Because I'm cool. Screw the NASA and TV4. They had no clue where I get my stuff from. Anyway, so we're soon coming up on the main engine cutoff. Coming up here, you can see the details here. It's about 42 kilometers. We have passed the max Q. That is the max pressure the vehicle will have. And soon it will cut that off, stage, and it's actually springs at stages, like big springs on a piston that goes that shoots the the first part of the rocket away, and the booster part will the second part will then ignite its engine, and the booster part will flip away and do some burns. On the screen here you can see right below me, that's the booster part, and on the other side over there, down there, that's the second engine starting up. Okay, we have good separation. Excellent. Okay, cool. So you can see the different values there on the bottom of the screen. The second stage is now accelerating through 6,000 kilometers per hour, and you can see the red glow there, and you'll soon maybe see something fall off from the engine. That is normal. It should fall off. It's a blading ring. And they're happy. Yeah, I would be happy too. All right, they won't. If something happens now with the engine, they will fall down to the ocean. There's no way to orbit. They need to have 26,000 kilometers, 25,000 kilometers per hour. So there's a long way to go. Anyway, the booster down here below.
Coming up on 3.5 minutes into flight.
Yeah. Shut up. The booster down here below, as you can see, it's up to 118, 120 kilometers, and the will up to into space. And they're burning back, going backwards towards the Cape for land at the landing zone number 1. All right, cool. Go, Marcus. Still 7,000 kilometers an hour, looking good. As you can see here on the booster, takes out its grid fins. They're made of titanium. They were first made of stainless steel, but they melted because they're so hot coming down through the atmosphere when they're breaking up. They're using that to have some kind of guiding fins, like like the bombs you drop at low level in DCS. Okay, as you can see on the just above the clock, you can see when they have the SECO, that is second engine cutoff.
Live launch coverage here. We're going to have a lot of events coming up over the next.
And otherwise, about now, it would be a fairing deploy. If you would have a satellite, you would have a cover of the satellite. You would drop that because you don't need it because there's no atmosphere, and they will reuse them. But they won't drop anything off the Falcon right now. They will open the front port of the spaceship later on, but that's then.
T plus 4 minutes, 59 seconds and counting.
And if you look at the speed of the second, of the Falcon now, 9,200 kilometers per hour, and it's actually like increasing logarithmically with 3Gs all the time. Well, I don't think it's 3, I think it's 2 point something, but it's increasing all the time. So you can see those numbers go spinning up all the way up. And also what's interesting is you can see that the altitude is 190 kilometers, and that doesn't increase that much. They don't go straight up, they go sort of forward, up over the thick part of the atmosphere, and then ease off and sort of going horizontal, because what you want to do is getting high speed, so you can have a high speed to maintain orbit. Everybody that play Kerbal Space Program knows exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I don't think that Micah's looked like a Kerbal, but...
6 minutes into flight.
All right, here we go. 12,000 kilometers per hour, 200. Also, if they would be only at 200 kilometers... Oh, this is an entry burn they do on the booster. And that is to slow it down, because it was about 5,000 kilometers per hour increasing. And if it were going that fast, it would break up, because it would be too hot and too much stress on the vehicle. And now it actually, the booster doesn't fall straight down. It has a little bit of an angle falling down to have some of the structure work as a air brake. All right. Engine is going. They are accelerating away from the sun towards us, actually. Don't know exactly the orbit of ISS, but it's in the same inclination, the same sort of degrees north from Florida, going up towards the space station, as it has.
They're going to know that booster's coming back.
Okay, you can see booster coming back. It's now going. They started the landing burn at about 1,000 meters, and you can see that it will makes its fins trying to steer it as well, and also have thrusters in the top that it works, and
And touchdown.
it touches down. It's amazing every time. Woo. Okay, that is cool. That is cool. Well done, booster B1080-5. Well done. Okay, let's hope the Freedom will work.
We're now coming up on 8 minutes into flight.
Yeah, 19,000.
Secondary objective of this mission has
And
been first stage booster.
the next thing you can see there on the timeline between landing and SECO, well, they just have to accelerate and keep it up at space. So they're not having orbital velocity yet. So if something would happen now, they would be, well, if the inclination was towards England or Europe, they would land somewhere in the North Atlantic somewhere.
12 minutes when the Dragon will separate from the second stage.
And coming up here, 24,000 up to 26,000. And if they get some extra speed, they actually get extra altitude later on. They get a low point and a high point called apogee, perigee, or the other way around. So they get a bit of an oval shape. And they want to have that, because the oval shape means that the upper part of the oval shape will go up to ISS orbit. And they will approach from below, come actually faster and going up and breaking in. So that's how they do. All right, here we go. Here we go. So, hey, SECO. Hey, he's in space! Woohoo! Excellent work. Okay, they are now in orbit. They're over 26,000 kilometers per hour. They are in orbit. They are soon going to open up the front hatch. Whoop. And that is because they have the thrusters in the front part of the spaceship, and then they're going to separate from the second stage as well. So as you can see, about 198 kilometers is their point now, and that doesn't have to be the highest point they have, but that's the height they have now. And eventually they will fire the thrusters in the front, in the nose. You can see popping up here shortly, and that's where they kind of course, orient the spaceship so it will go prograde. That means forward. To increase the velocity at the right moment to get up to the space station orbit. And then there's
to catch up to the
tons of
International
rules
Space
how you
Station
can
with documents
manage around
coming up on
the
Saturday.
space station. You're not allowed to be closer, and you're not allowed to be on
About T plus 10
automatic
minutes,
mode
14
without
seconds
blah
of
blah blah
counting into
contacts and
play.
beep, 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 all that. So there's a lot of stuff with that. But 10 minutes, you're in space, and everything goes well. Perfect. Cool. Well done. They have to separate from that. Oh yeah, the scrub yesterday was of two reasons. First, the parachutes they were having their lines a bit skewed the last missions, and which meant that the deployment didn't go as planned. It went good. The Dragon cargo Dragon fell down perfectly, but it was skewed, and they wanted it better. So they inspected it, see if the lines were skewed, but they weren't. And while they were doing that, they switched the bolts, keeping the Dragon spaceship together with the second stage. They switched all of those bolts like a safety precaution because they might have been too tight. So the bolts are replaced. So let's hope that works. That they're not the bolts. No, connectors. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're enjoying zero G. I wonder if they have a zero G indicator. In an American space program, the zero G indicator was like a G meter and a lot of instruments and stuff. In Russia, it was a teddy bear or a ball. So ingenious. Well done, Russians. I mean, you heard about the pen and pencil thing in space as well? Yeah, might be true and might not be true, but they seem to go with a simple solution. And if it works, don't pay a lot of extra weight and resources on it. Just use it. So they actually have a Build-A-Bear as a. So my there it is. My doll there isn't that stupid. They have a Build-A-Bear as a zero G indicator. You will see it shortly. All right, they're separated from the second stage. That is cool. This part is actually you're looking up the trunk of the Freedom aircraft, Freedom spaceship. If it would be a cargo Dragon, they would have possibly have a lot of stuff here, which you can use like oxygen bottles or water bottles or whatever you can store there. Not water, but something. But it's called the trunk, and you can see now what's going on. The flashes here is the thrusters trying to orientate the spaceship, and it's like, yeah, they sounded like poof, 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 from inside. It's nothing special. From inside, you can't really see that, but from the outside, you see a pretty good picture here from the second stage. That's cool.
As I was saying, it's a team sport. Thank you, guys.
Marcus.
And Axion 3, this is your launch director here. Walter, Albert, and Marcus. Congrats. Welcome to your first flight on Dragon. Mike, on the other hand, welcome to the Dragon Frequent Flyer Club. I imagine you'll have enough miles to qualify for platinum status after this flight. Godspeed, Axiom 3. Cheers.
Frequent Flyer Platinum member.
Thank
yeah,
you and your
right.
team. We're very grateful up here.
2 flights and get a premium
So
membership.
some back and forth.
Yeah. All right. Well, you can see from inside there, the screens they have, they are touch screens, and they have gloves that can work them, but they usually press the buttons, tick, 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 tick. And now they have allowed to open the visors, and these space suits they have on is only like a pressure suit, so they could withstand a pressure leak or something to go to 0 atmospheres. So it's not meant to go out in space, really. It wouldn't survive like a space drop or anything like that. But just to keep the body protected if there would be a leak. But they didn't have any leak, so everything is good. And after a short while, when euphoria ends, they're starting to get maybe space sick. And if you think that they are fighter pilots and they can handle everything, yeah, right. Half of the astronauts, or more than half of them, in the beginning of the U.S. space program, got space sick, and they were fighter pilots, the best of the best of the best, but they still got space sick. And because the in-air canals and everything is not used to be in 0G that long, and it fucks up you, or you will make it. So SpaceX means that you vomit because you can't really get your bearings. But after a while, that goes away. So cool. So now there will, I guess they will open up the port shortly. I don't know if that's
jumping in and out here, just trying to make sure that as you're hearing those call-outs and conversations between the launch support team and the crew on board, that we're piping that audio in for you. Just a little bit hard because we're seeing the nose
can't really see
cone opening.
Can we?
The hooks have opened.
The hooks have opened, yeah. Hooks for the nose cone, so it won't flip open.
We see nominal dehumidifier activation and service section Draco checkouts.
All right.
And confirmation that we're getting nominal.
Nominal. That's a word you really want to hear when you fly in
Just for
space.
your awareness, we have visors open, crew are well, feeling well.
Cool.
Copy. Great news.
Well, welcome to space, Marcos. Well
It's
done.
a good confirmation
And
from Michael Lay on board
have a good
that
one.
Their visors are open and they're doing well.
Yeah, well, you're doing well. Well, I'm super happy that that it worked out good for him and ESA. This is Axiom is a private mission, the first private mission, the first mission they have all private like astronauts on board for them going to the space station. So this is sort of like a first of that, and ESA has all bought the whole trip. That means they have the pilot from the Axiom program, which happens to be American ex-astronaut from
Stage 2 telemetry.
but the other ones, the Italian, the Turkish, and the Swedish is from ESA. So that's cool. Here we can see, the orbit of the ship, and it's actually, it's going over Great Britain. And if it would be a bit earlier in the evening, you probably would have seen it. But it must be reflecting the sun angle. You know, the sun must be over the horizon where the spaceship is, so we have something to reflect down on us. But now you can't see that unless you have space radar. All right, you guys, I'm going to shut down now because it's going to be... I could do this for hours, you know that, but I'm a bit exhausted. I flew from Madrid. I was under a blanket there for a couple of days, and now I am shutting down. And thank you all for this this thing. So yeah, thank you very much, and thank you, Marcos. You've been
to this mission so far.
There you go. You've been excellent, and so take care, everybody, and I'll shut it down now. So hej då.
There goes the nose cone starting to open up. The camera is right up on that nose cone as it's opening up.
Okay, let's check the nose cone opening. Okay, and then I will shut down. Okay, this is very interesting. I didn't want to drop you there, troll. I didn't mean to ghost you. So yeah, opening the nose cone is kind of important because without that they couldn't maneuver in orbit at all. They had the retro thrusters. The orbital maneuvering system is in the front part, right next to the hatch going in and out of the SpaceX module spaceship. Oh yeah, what you can see now is a hatch coming up towards the camera. Well done, camera operator. And beneath the nose cone, there's the docking mechanism that is an international standard. That means that it works both for Russian and American human-rated spacecrafts. They can dock the same thing. However, the Russians never dock there, and the Americans never dock on the Russian side, so they're using this one as it is. But it's there's different methods of docking. Either you do it first in a soft dock, and then you clamp it together, and then you pull
We're now
things
T plus
together.
20 minutes,
Or
7 seconds, and counting.
you have sort of like
We
a probe.
are hoping to have
Putting
a
the probe
post-launch
into the
interview
hole,
coming up
and
in the
then
next several minutes, so
you grab it whilst you're
hang
inside,
around for
and
that.
then you put
Talk a little bit about
pressure
European
on the
space
side.
flight.
All right. Okay. So now
But in the meantime, I
I'm
wanna thank
exiting
some of
this.
the folks who have helped
So yeah,
support our live
take
launch
care,
coverage
everybody,
up to this
and
point.
have a good
Barry
one.
Cochran,
Okay. Hello.
$10 super chat. Some of these coming in before